What happened to my sound? Just to let you know, the first little bit of this video, there was no sound recorded. Therefore, I'm going to have to do a voiceover. Sorry, I'll do my best. So what we're talking about now is I have my hand on a glass door aluminum frame that we've used as a beam structure, and I tied, there's a beam that goes to the center there, there's a beam that runs through right there, and there's a beam in the back. And I have tied wires from the aluminum glass door beam. As you can see, it goes from the beam down to different parts of the aluminum panel. This way it will support it as we lift it up into the top part of the shop. The point we're trying to do now is we have to find a correct balance so it doesn't sway back and forth, and hopefully it'll lift straight up when the time comes. I have adjusted our yellow straps before now. I didn't record it, but the yellow straps used to connect on the back, all the way into the back where the kitchenette was in the front. But I thought about it, and because there's so much more aluminum in the front, I thought the weight would be wrong when we lifted it. So I moved the yellow straps more towards the front, and that way there's a better weight distribution when we lift it off. Let's take a little closer look at our frame connection to our new aluminum beam. So we have our aluminum beams from the sliding glass doors. We've tied wires from there to a beam that runs all the way across the back. It's actually, we have beams that run in 3 different places: the back, the center, and up front. But we've tied wire, just one piece there in the center, and all along this edge the wires are tied down to the panel about a foot apart. That way when it gets the weight, when we lift it off, then the weight will be distributed equally, and hopefully it won't bend our aluminum panels. And now we are going to lift our yellow strap and to see how balanced we are so that the back doesn't lift faster than the front. Also, we need to see if our yellow straps are centered so it lifts it straight up and not from either the curb side or the street side. We also need to check and look around to each side, making sure we're not catching on anything. On the far side, we're near a wall that has a lot of protruding pieces of wood and cabinetry, so we want to make sure that we miss all of those pieces as we're lifting our roof. The reason that we are so close to the wall over there is because I want to put the roof up in the storage attic area, and I want to have it in this far corner as much as possible, just so that it's out of the way and we can hang other stuff up in the ceiling if we need to. As we continue to adjust the straps and check things and raise the roof, I want to emphasize I am not a professional. I am doing this to how I think worked best. It is very dangerous, and I want to caution anyone out there who is thinking about attempting this. Here I've decided to add one more strap to keep the whole panel from rocking forward and backwards. Just in case the yellow straps slip, I want to have something to catch the back panel from sliding forward. Probably a little overcautious here, but once I get my roof 10, 12, 14 feet in the air, I don't want it to slip. Well, the time has come. I have asked an assistant to run the hoist button that helps lift this thing off. That way I can look around and catch pieces that are falling off. The inside wood panel has decided to come loose. There wasn't much holding it on. Checking on the other side. Looks like we've caught on something. There we go, a little more lift. Looks like it's going up, straight up. Pretty easy lift so far. Checking again, making sure all the wires and cables and whatnot are holding where they're supposed to be. Okay, winch assistant, let's lift it again. Up. One more. Up. I think we're caught here in the back. I'm going to come around here. Uh-oh. Ow! Hello? Are you okay? You just took a big fall.
Well, after we started lifting the roof, we had a lot of things fall. I think you fell down too. It's probably about 6 feet, so you should be all right. Anyway, as we started lifting it, it looks like our inside wall here has decided it wasn't attached to anything, so we're going to go ahead and secure it to hopefully this one beam that's left in here. That should hold it, and I'm going to sneak around to the other side here, see if we can get it. There we go. We'll check over here for any obstacles that might catch on. I think we're okay. All right, winch operator, let's pick it up. Stop. Okay, let's look at our back end here. It looks like we're coming apart. Or we're actually still connected. Oh, wait a minute, you're not on screen. Let's go over here for a walk. Okay, it looks like we're hung up here. As you can see, our kitchenette is really about to fall down. So it looks like, oh, not bad. Just our one beam is hooked to the wall. Don't go yet. It's stuck on one thing in front. Okay, let's do a couple of taps, winch person. Okay, stop. Couple more. Stop. Yeah, I need to hook this up to that. Okay, we're going to take just a few minutes and connect our beam down to here and double check everything, and we'll be right back. Well, that was fun and exciting, lifting the roof off. Pretty much come off without any problems. Me hung up here or there, and you guys took a nice tumble. But the one problem I have now is my winch is all topped out. So, but that actually works out okay, because what I need to do now is I'm going to go ahead and move the body of the trailer out from underneath our roof. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach a pulley to our ceiling and see if I can lift this bottom half, or the rear end of the roof. I'm going to lift it up to the roof using a pulley. Then I'll secure it, and then I'll go ahead and connect a pulley to the front, enough to secure it, and then I can undo my winch and see if I can get a little bit tighter or a little bit closer the height of our shop. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a little body out from underneath. Should be clear back here. So we'll go ahead and we'll just push him backwards. So having pushed the body away, that gives us enough room now to hook up some straps and a pulley and to lift this roof up.
When climbing ladders, always use the utmost care. Secure your ladder in place and or have somebody hold the ladder below you. Right now I am about 8 feet high, and the ladder, although seems stable, actually isn't. I'm on my way up to tie the ladder off to the rafter in the ceiling. It was very shaky, and it even slipped at one point, which I did not record. Always be safe when climbing the ladder.
What you just saw was a reenactment of what I saw in my mind when this ladder decided it didn't want to stay upright. When I was up on the ladder, over 10 feet in the air, tying up the roof panel to the ceiling, I hadn't yet tied this ladder to the roof trusses, so it wasn't secure, and I didn't have anybody on the bottom. Yes, that was stupid. That's why it's a fur in the fan moment, and that's why we're talking about safety. This ladder should have been tied up first before I did anything with the roof panel. Now, what ended up happening to me is I was at the top of the ladder, I hadn't tied it off yet, and the ladder actually twisted. I was on that side of the ladder. All of a sudden I was on this side of the ladder. And then I went sliding down this wall, hit this cabinet here, and, well, I'll show you what position I was in. So this is very dangerous here too. So we're not going to go any higher. I will tell you, after I got slammed against this back wall here, I had just enough room here to put my hands into the cabinet and to hold on. There's a little ledge here that I was able to put my feet on. So I was basically crouched with my feet here, my hands here, and I didn't record this, which I'm very glad of, because although it would have been funny and great for America's Funniest Videos, I had the phone in my pocket, which I record on my phone. I had it in my pocket, thankfully, and I was able to call my wife and say, I need help now, which she immediately came out, saw my predicament, held that ladder until we could get it straightened up enough to where I could climb back down the ladder. So what's the point? Always tie off your ladder. Always have somebody help you, especially hold the ladder when you're climbing way up in the air. And there is your fur in the fan moment.
I'm now just finishing up the first tie from the aluminum beam system up to the shop rafters. I'm going to have a tie in each of the four corners, all secured and strapped up for safekeeping.
Well, there it is, our aluminum top, all secured up in the rafters of our shop. We have the panels secured to what we're repurposing, our sliding glass door frame, but we have our roof panel secured to it, and then the glass door frame is secured to the rafters of the shop. I didn't record very much of being up in the rafters securing it. For one thing, I had too many cords hanging, and it was actually quite dangerous. With our aluminum top panels up there, we also have over here, we are storing our sink, we're storing our stove, we have our back kitchenette panels here, and if we roll, there's our door behind there. It's nice to keep all that stuff up and out of the way and secure.
Well, that does it for this week's video of raising the roof. I hope it was exciting for you. Join us next week when we take a look at what's inside. Cabinets, the table, the rear panel, everything you see in these pictures we're going to talk about.